What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Kingmaker Trading. Today we are going to be looking at the weekly Forex forecast for 21st to 25th of October 2019 based on advanced pattern trading technique. So last week we got 525 pips of trading profits. So first of all, let me show you the result of my last week's trading analysis. Alright. So this was the first prediction that I made last week, that is on dollar Canada, and this is how that played out. As you can see, the first profit objective of this pattern has been filled with a profit of 50 pips. Alright, and this was the second prediction that I made last week, that is on dollar yen, and this is how that played out. We got 32 pips of trading profits out of this pair last week, and this trade is still active. Alright, and this was the next prediction that I made last week, that is on euro dollar, and this is how that played out. As you can see, market filled the first profit objective of this pattern before it jacked all the way into the upside, breaking all these support and resistance levels. Alright, so overall we got 38 pips of trading profits out of euro dollar last week. And this was the next trade that I pointed out last week, that is on euro Canada, and this is how that played out. As you can see, the first profit objective, the first profit line that I placed has been reached with a profit of 91 pips, and this trade is also still active. And this is the next prediction that I made last week, that is on euro Aussie, and this is how that played out. As you can see, market pushed all the way to the upside, almost near the second profit objective of this larger Gartley pattern, and then it made a retracement to the downside. But don't worry, this trade is also still active, and we got about 176 pips of trading profits out of euro Aussie last week. And this was the final prediction that I made last week, that is on gold dollar, and this is how that played out. As you can see, the first profit objective of this trade has been reached with a profit of 138 pips, and altogether we got 525 pips of trading profits. And now let's move on to this week's trading analysis. Alright, the first pair that we are going to be looking at this week is dollar franc. Okay guys, so as you can see, this was a nice butterfly pattern formation in dollar franc, and I pointed out this pattern last week, but I didn't think I should post that on YouTube, and I regret that decision now, because as you can see, this trade would have been a great profit if we took advantage of it. Alright, that's fine. And as you can see, there is a butterfly pattern completing inside this highlighted zone as well. And as you can see, only the first profit objective of this larger pattern has been filled, which means there are two more profit objectives to be filled. So altogether, the movement that I'm expecting out of this pair this week is gonna be like this. Maybe this move can happen all the way to the downside like this, ignoring this pattern, making this smaller pattern a failure one. Or maybe this movement can happen like this: a little movement to the downside, then a movement to the upside like this, and then a movement to the downside like this, respecting all the both of these patterns. Alright, and in this case we would need some sort of entry signal inside this highlighted zone. That entry signal might appear in the daily time frame or in the 4-hour time frame. Alright, or the third way this move could happen is like this: first, filling out the profit objectives of this smaller pattern and then moving into the downside like this, filling the profit objectives of this larger pattern. All right, so this is the movement that I'm expecting out of dollar franc this week. All right, so now let's move on to our next pair, which is dollar yen, and we have a nice butterfly pattern trade here as well. So let me zoom in this one. Okay, all right guys, as you can see, this was a nice butterfly pattern. This is a nice butterfly pattern completion in dollar yen, and as you can see, the pattern has completed inside the zone that I had pointed out last month. We are on the way to the downside to the first profit objective of this pattern. So the moment that I'm expecting out of this pair this week is like this, a moment to the downside like this. Or this movement can happen like this. First a retracement to the upside, then a movement to the downside. So overall I'm expecting a bearish movement out of dollar yen this week. Alright, so let's move on to our next pair, which is Euro Canada. Alright, okay, as you can see guys, this was a nice butterfly pattern that I had pointed out about 2 weeks ago, and this is a nice Gartley pattern that I pointed out last week. And as you can see, the first profit objective of the pattern has been completed, reached, and then I'm expecting this move might occur to the upside like this, respecting this pattern and filling out the profit objectives of the pattern. Alright, and there is a possibility that this move might happen like this, a retracement to the downside, then a movement to the upside. Alright, and let me show you something else as well. As you can see here, we have some sort of breakout. Alright, you see the highlighted area of this chart. Okay, you see this was a nice breakout. So if tested, these type of breakout patterns tends to provide nice level of support and resistance. So what I'm expecting is this movement to happen until this point, maybe into the this highlighted zone, then a movement to the upside like this. All right, so overall this is the movement that I'm expecting out of Euro Canada this week, which is a bullish movement. All right, so let's move on to our next pair, which is Euro Aussie. All right guys, so this is a nice Gartley pattern formation that I have pointed out in this pair about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And as you can see, the first profit objective of the pattern has already been completed, and the market almost reached this second profit objective and then pushed all the way to the downside. So what I'm expecting out of this pair this week is a movement to the upside like this, filling out these two profit objectives of this larger Gartley pattern. Alright, since we have this retracement, I'm not expecting any further movement to the downside. What I'm expecting is some sort of entry signal inside this zone. Alright, so then I can get on to go long in this pair. Alright, okay, so let's move on to our final prediction, my favorite pair, gold dollar. I like this pair because this pair has generated me more profit than any other pair that I have traded. So I have a higher probability of being right of the predictions that I made on gold dollar. So I love trading on this pair. Alright, so let's talk about what might happen this week. Okay, as you can see, this is a nice harmonic movement in the market. So which means it creates a valid ABCD buy pattern. Okay, and these green lines are the profit objectives of this pattern. And as you can see, a smaller Gartley pattern has also been completed in this pair. All right, and we can see some sort of consolidation and also a breakout. Okay, also some sort of breakout pattern formation in this area. So what I'm expecting for this pair this week is a movement to the upside like this. Okay, and this pair can absolutely move into the downside until the very bottom point of this highlighted zone, which is 1431.67 structure level. All right, so any movement below this level will violate uh, the possible trading opportunities. All right, so let me talk a little bit further. Okay, let me talk a little bit more about this formations. All right, so if this pair moves anything lower than this point, okay, which is 1459.40 structure level, then the small Gartley pattern will be violated. And if this pair moves until I'm sorry, anything lower than that, then there is a possible butterfly pattern formation. It will be like this. All right, so either this movement can happen to the upside like this, respecting this ABCD pattern and this smaller Gartley pattern, or it that movement can happen to the downside like this, and then it can move to the upside like this, creating a butterfly pattern and then filling out the profit objectives of this butterfly pattern and this larger ABCD pattern. So if you made it to the end, like, comment and share the video, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell to stay connected to any educational training content I produce throughout the week. Alright, so let's meet in the next video. You're gonna be an amazing trader.